It has been a rough start to this season, and we'll have another shot today to dig ourselves out of this hole. The last few weeks ended on some questionable calls and heartbreaking endings, and we managed to play well enough to come up one play short in consecutive games. With the 0-3 start to the season, I wanted to scope out what has been positives through the tough stretch, and the guy I've been most impressed by is Derek Hall. He is currently leading the team in sacks on a limited snap count. That's going to continue to go up with his production and the soon departure of Boye Mafe, who doesn't have interest in returning. Today we get to take on the Browns head-on at home, and even though they selected a quarterback in the 3rd round in Chris Favorite, they are still trusting in Deshaun Watson to lead the charge. This is a pretty good team on paper with a question mark at the most important position, but the most exciting piece they added to their roster is the rookie Connor Robinson. The 6'1 receiver out of USC has explosive speed and acceleration as they turn to him to replace Amari Cooper, who left in free agency. And we'll match up our corners based off speed today, and that would be Tariq Woolen, who's going to be tracking him, and he's really got to show me more than what he has so far in these past 2 seasons, otherwise we'll need to pivot our strategy. On the other hand, Michael Hall won the Rookie of the Year last season, and I'm intrigued by how our offensive line will handle this Browns D-line. We will be without Charles Cross, and we've kicked the rookie Demarius Ghost into left tackle, and our other rookie Stephen Gregory will fill the shoes at left guard today. Staying on the injury report, we will not see Tyrod Dotson, who's off to a fine start to the season, so Bobby Wagner will be our primary Mike linebacker in this game. We have no more wiggle room at this point. There is no benefit in my opinion to tank because we can always maneuver around the draft. We have to find a way to pick up a win and put ourselves back to being contenders, otherwise the trade deadline will be interesting and could be as early as next week. But thank you guys so much for being here and for your support. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you haven't already. We've got a fun one today, and let's try to play a solid 4 quarters of football. These are also my favorite Seahawks jerseys aside from the neon green. As we're off and running with Brandon Ballard going to the left side, and week 4 will have a start at the 25. Sam Howell had his best outing against Tampa, and I still have faith in him, which is why we gifted him an extension, as Walker runs behind the rookie guard and picks up 9 to start. Walker coming off his best game as well with over 100 yards and a score. We're always going to try to establish the run with this offensive personnel. And just as I say that, Howell will zip a strike into the chest of Noah Fant for a first down. Good start to the drive for Howell, who's trying to build on his best game of the season, as Metcalf cuts this back inside, and a nice move there to pick up another 5. Metcalf found the end zone twice against the Bucs as Charbonnet sheds off a man, and a strong start to his first carry, taking it up to the Browns 44. Good job converting on their first 3rd down attempt, and here's another as they flip this out on the screen to McIntosh, and he'll kick this outside for the biggest play to start the game as he brings them near the red zone. It has been a rough start for Greg Newsome. Metcalf juked him earlier, and here he gets planted by our big rookie guard Gregory. Not gonna lie, it made me chuckle a little rewatching that. As Howell will find the lane to run, picks up the first, puts it on the ground, and luckily Noah Fant able to recover. Good awareness there. Seahawks catch a major break, and now from the 7. He's got McDonald wide open. Touchdown! Nate McDonald, the rookie, has his first career score, and what an opening drive for Seattle. One of the most impressive parts to his game in the early season is his ability to separate from the defender. First McDonald score, and I'm loving it. Offense is finding their stride, but it's a defense that needs to play much better. And a tough start there as Njoku will be open on that crossing route as the Browns pick up 14. It's been emotionally taxing for our defense that's been allowing a ton of explosive plays dating back to last season. As Witherspoon gets toasted, it's Judy in the open field, trying to chase him, and he'll be tackled inside the 5. Right on cue, and it's 1st and goal for the Browns. And now Watson finds a lane, running, and he's in the end zone. And we'll relive the nightmare of the quarterback scramble from last week's loss as it haunts us again. We've had our struggles in the past when we take on these scrambling quarterbacks, and it's a bad effort on our end to not put a spy on him, as Walker fights through for a strong start to this drive. The O-line is looking great in the run game so far, as Howell had Walker open, but it's severely underthrown. It's 3rd down, needing to get to the 46. Flipping this out on another screen, and Walker will blaze his way forward for another first down. They've been dropping their safeties often, so we just opted to take the easy play and pick up the positive yards. Here's another screen, this time to the rookie Cook, who's knifing his way through for a solid 6. He had a crucial catch for the first down against Tampa that led to the touchdown drive, and he may see more playing time today. As Howell launches too far, and that airmail will give the Browns back the ball. Howell missed some big throws in this second drive, but we'll rely on our defense as special teams does a nice job to keep them inside the 20. The dangerous Nick Chubb is in the backfield. They fake it to him here, and Watson scrambling. Hall can't wrap up, and off he goes. Watson with no one around him and finally dropped down near midfield. Our defense just falls asleep every time a quarterback opts to run. And now the ball comes out, but they rule it incomplete. Nice pressure there by Byron Murphy to force third down. As this is thrown to the outside and dropped by the rookie Robinson, and this wild drive ends. I gotta admit, I didn't expect it to end on a punt the way they were moving the ball. But here's Howell showing off his elusiveness and picks up the first down. We'll take that all day if they keep dropping their coverage. As Walker has good blocking up front and will pick up 7. We've only played a quarter, but I'm loving what I'm seeing from the left side of our line. And that is batted down by the diving Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Nice play. Still need to pick up 3. Why not run it to the left side, and Walker will muscle his way forward to move the chains. A double mug look by Cleveland. And they decide to run and smash it right in between the tackles, and Walker has another massive gain as he is halfway to 100 yards already in the second quarter. Charbonnet gets it now, absorbs the contact in a powerful run there, and not surprising, he's a bit ginger to get up after all that impact. Cleveland now sends pressure. Howell flushed right, lofts it downfield. He's got Walker in a touchdown. That was one of my favorite drives we put together so far this season. Tons of credit to Sam Howell. Cleveland sends a 0 blitz and it's recognized immediately, and he just stays composed to make this throw. Meanwhile, Walker streaking out one-on-one and was right in the breadbasket, and no chance for the safety Ronnie Hickman. 5 minutes left of the first half, and I'm hoping our defense can keep up this bend but don't break strategy. As Chubb has the reception, he's across midfield. He hasn't hurt us on the ground yet, but we see the explosiveness he brings when the ball is in his hands. As Watson has good protection. Over the middle, wide open man. It's the rookie Connor Robinson. Touchdown, Cleveland. That only took 2 plays, and it's man coverage, and to no one's surprise, Tariq Woolen gets burned again, and the rookie puts up 6 for the tie. This is the issue in recent games. Our offense puts us in good position, and we struggle to hold the lead, as Walker capitalizes on this screen and a late flag on the play. Pending on the call, it's a first down, and it's a personal foul on Cleveland, so tack on 15 more. Huge call puts us at midfield, as Howell will connect with Noah Fant, and a solid effort there to make it 3rd and a yard. Both backs will line up. It goes to Charbonnet, and he's pushed backwards. Christian Haynes doesn't get enough on the block, but the offense will stay on the field. Howell scans the field. Pressure on its way. He tries to throw it, but it's spiked on the ground. So no luck there on 4th down. Final 2 minutes with great field position. Watson steps up, fires, and it's intercepted. Devin Witherspoon jumped the route and trying to take this to the distance, and he's going to celebrate his way into the end zone. Our second pick 6 of the season, and boy did we need that. Just an excellent read by Witherspoon following Watson's eyes, and it was a strike into his hands, and he finishes with the end zone. I can do without the celebration since we're 0-3 to start. But the defense does force a 3 and out, so the offense is back on the field. And Howard tries to extend the play again, sheds off a tackle and tight-roping the sideline, takes a big hit out of bounds, but the healthy gain takes them inside Browns territory. What an advantage it would be to extend this lead. As Howard connects with Cook, who slips past the tackle and will surge this into the red zone as Seattle burns a timeout. They still have 2 left with 15 seconds to go. They send a house, quick toss, and a wide open man, and he's into the end zone. Noah Fant has the touchdown to expand this to a 2-possession lead. And again, Cleveland sending another zero blitz, and Howard just attacks over the middle with ease. That would be the score as we head into the half. We've got a lot of things working in our favor, finding the end zone 3 times already and once by the defense. But we've been in these situations before. We gotta finish this game strong and walk out of here with our first win. One key game to note is the Cardinals, who have won today. It's significant because they start the season 4-0. Our division is getting better and we can't afford to play any more catch-up. So we'll jump into the second half as we start on defense. We've given them tons of rope to work with as the Browns beat themselves. It's Pierre Strong with the drop. It'll be a single high look on 3rd down, and that pass is batted away, so a good start for the defense to get off the field quickly. Play was made by Devin Witherspoon as Lockett gets it and jets past Myles Garrett, catches the edge but skips out of bounds. And the offense trying to add fuel to the fire. As this play develops, it's important to note that we have yet to put points up in the 3rd quarter this season. And the Browns sniff out this screen to make it 4th down. Ball is placed on the 50 and the offense is back out to draw them off sides. And they do! They caught Zadarius Smith, and it's good enough for them to try to convert. So he'll set up under center looking to pass. Howell steps up, firing downfield, and connects for the touchdown! Kendrick Cook, the rookie out of Troy, with his first career score. And for the very first time in the 3rd quarter, we put up points through the rookie. But that's no easy feat as he separates from Denzel Ward. Stay hungry because we're cooking tonight. Probably the most control we've had in a game in this series, but we got to keep it going. As the throw goes to a wide open man, it's the rookie Robinson again who finds a soft spot of the field and beating Woolen again. It's another tough game for a speedy corner as Chubb gets away from the pile and makes the most out of nothing, and the Browns gaining some ground as this 3rd quarter winds down. This will be the final play. It's back to Chubb on the ground, gets the first and knifes his way forward for a few more. The Browns are not going down easy as they're 7 yards away from making things interesting. And there's the touchdown. David Njoku beats Julian Love in the back of the end zone, and it goes back to a 2-score game. We're trying to burn more clock here, but a holding call makes it 3rd and long. And Howell gets dropped in the backfield. They dialed up the blitz, but this time it was not in our favor. And the punt has the Browns starting at midfield. Back to Chubb, and he gets blasted by the red-hot Derek Hall. The knee was down, so it'll just result in a massive loss. Cleveland working from the gun. 4-man rush. Watson lofts it near sideline and nearly going the other way, but Nehemiah Pritchett couldn't hang on. Not a lot of 3rd and 16 plays out there, but they go with a screen. Taking a page from our playbook, and Chubb doesn't go down easy, and that'll get them enough for a chance to go for it. This could be the game right here. Pressure breaks through, but Watson avoids the rush again, sprinting out in the open field, and once again we get gashed by his escapability. Browns trying to change the complexion of this game. Watson fires across, and he's got Njoku who blazes upfield and into the end zone. David Njoku beats our safeties again, and we can never hold our breath with any lead. This time it's the rookie Cameron Tucker who struggled in coverage this season and couldn't keep up with the mesh route. And there's not a chance to keep up with Njoku after that. Can our offense respond? Which is shocking to say when you put up 35 points. They go with the conservative route and Walker unable to do much on this 2nd down run. You already know what's coming on this 3rd down. Here's a screen to Walker, trying to pick up 7 or more, and the Browns come crashing in and he'll be just short. Offense staying on the field to draw them off sides again. It worked the first time, but this time it's on the Seahawks, so the punt team will come out. Dixon hammers this one as far as he can. It's going to be returnable behind the 20, and Cameron Mitchell will only get a few. Still a lot of football to play with 4 minutes to go, and these are the scenarios that make our stress level high, as Chubb gets blasted for only a couple. 3.5 to go as tension builds with the winding clock, as the throw to the left side is caught at the numbers by Judy. Pritchett had a tough time recovering from that route. Now Watson with time, floating it down the seams to the open Njoku, and it's hauled in! Browns are set up here late in the fourth and 27 yards away from a tie game. And the quick toss there is dropped by Judy. That's their first mistake on this drive as we near the 2-minute mark. Watson scanning the field, and he's dropped in the backfield. We finally get to him, and it's Uwosu and Derek Hall who finds their way home. 3rd and long. Watson with good protection. Lofts his left side, and this time Judy able to hold on and a chance to finish this with a stop. Game on the line. Watson finds the open Judy, and they pick up the needed first down, and a timeout burned by Cleveland. They line up in the power I. It's a fake to Chubb, and the risky call will cost them as Watson is sacked again on this drive. That time by Boye Mafe. From the 13, Watson gonna try and run it again, but he gets blasted by the vet Bobby Wagner, and he's lucky to hold on to the ball. Clock continues to tick on 3rd and goal. Watson floats it over the middle, and another drop. The rookie Robinson, who's had a good game, couldn't hold on. So this is the game for sure, as the Seahawks call a timeout to discuss their defense. Njoku in the slot, Chubb in the backfield. Watson needs the end zone. Going for it, and it's tipped and batted down by the rookie Cameron Tucker. And they get the red zone stop. David Njoku got the best of Tucker earlier, and this time the rookie was well prepared to track the ball and knock it down. The team is fired up, and Howell will put the finishing touches with a kneel, as the Seattle Seahawks have finally captured their first win of the season. Even this wasn't easy, and my heart sunk right in when we couldn't pick up the needed first down. But needless to say, our guys came out more prepared to play today. Sam Howell with another spectacular outing, throwing for 4 more touchdowns, and he is a new player since signing his extension. Our run game was fairly successful, could have been better, but we'll take a $140 on the ground anytime. The Browns were covering the deep parts of the field, so we had to check it down for the most part, which resulted in Walker leading in receptions and Metcalf with only 1 catch. That shouldn't happen again. Extremely impressed by the rookie guard Steven Gregory, who held his own and led the team with 8 pancakes. Just an amazing debut. Our defense continues to be an issue, and once again our leading tackler is in the secondary, and we just allowed too many big plays for my liking. Meanwhile, Derek Hall continues to stay hot, contributing with half a sack, but the biggest play for the defense has to be the pick 6 before the first half by Devin Witherspoon. We had such a tough time last season coming away with interceptions, and we have 2 pick 6s already in this year. But you better believe I was not sitting comfortably even with a 3-score lead. This has been a major issue for us, and the fact that this still ended up as a 1-possession game means that our defense still has some tightening up to do. We've struggled to close out games, and letting teams creep back in late is something we'll need to address if we want to make a deep run. Despite those concerns, it's hard not to be encouraged by the improvements we've made so far, especially in the turnover department. I was impressed by our offense, and has been night and day compared to the first 2 games of the season. Sam Howell now has 7 touchdowns with no interceptions in that span, and he's really picked it up in our recent games. But this is a game we can definitely build on, because the monkey is finally off our backs with our first win now in the books. And it's just staying consistent from here on out, and Howell gets rewarded for his recent success. Staying on the offense, this was Demarius Golston's first NFL start at left tackle. This was not an easy matchup for his first start. Watch 77. He did not deal with Myles Garrett a ton, but the few times that they did match up, he was able to hold his own, and it's a great sign moving forward, as we now know he can handle that position when needed. It also gives us valuable information and confidence in his ability to protect against elite pass rushers in future games. How about another shout out to another rookie? We have been waiting for a 3rd quarter score, and it's Kendrick Cook who finds the end zone. And you bet he's going to see a lot more action after this game. And these stats are all within the last 2 games. We will have a fun one next game, as the new Giants quarterback Geno Smith will come back to Seattle after we cut him this offseason. So this will be interesting. But that will be all for this episode. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and I do plan on making some big changes next episode, so stay tuned. And please subscribe if you haven't already, and like the video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Monkey C, and I'm out.